Today, while listening to the rain, laying, I thought to create something new, something unheard, something to revive a sense of newness in my life. I've been reading poetry and listening to Sports Cruiser by Lana Del Rey, and realized I'm ready for something new, something to break away from the same things that haven't changed for years, and start leaning into my love for writing and poetry to finally create from it. So with this newness, I set out to write some things that break away from that place in my mind, to create from there in that space that I made and redefined as an unused passion of mine, which has now escaped from my thoughts into these words divided in lines, and what I make for me maybe can reach outside my grasp of what my mind's holding, to finally create from it. I remember listening to your stories for the first time and discovering a feeling I had never felt in my life. 'Cause your words were an art that you perfectly designed to release and feel your passion in every line you write. I remember listening to your stories for the first time and experienced something so genuine I couldn't keep quiet. How your voice and your art coexisted so divinely. Nothing's come close to the experience of what you inspired inside me. I was touched by such a genuine soul. I must have struck immaculate gold from what you sung, those immaculate notes. While the violets bloom, I hear you, and I find a comfort in your art. The lavender hues that exude from the vibrations of your heart. Your existence has inspired me and led to an introduction to a new emotion that you've unlocked unseen forevermore. Hidden within nature are the simple beauties, the gentle flows of wind channeling through trees, warm rays of the sun's light filtering through leaves, gently touching your skin, overcome with a sense of peace. I stood out in the rain for once, just to see if it felt like how it looks in the movies, how I had imagined in my mind, how I heard it in a song, how they had finally felt alive. And not too surprised, it was exactly how I imagined. It makes you feel free and at peace, and you just stand there, eyes to the sky, arms open wide, letting the rain take its place on your skin. I had this weird moment when I was standing out there in the rain, where a thought came across with the drops on my face. Like it's odd to enjoy standing out in the rain. And I thought about that for a minute. And it's true. It's odd to enjoy standing out in the rain, when like most people, we tend to avoid getting our clothes soaked by standing out in it. But there was something special about me being in the rain that day. As I stood there smiling in my soaked clothes, I felt alive, and something perceived as odd felt just fine, feeling it all in every moment, just there, embracing a thought that became something in real time, something that would impact my thoughts enough to write about how I stood out in the rain for once. I wrote this for you, like I said I would. In the still of the night I met them, not knowing what would come of it. I engaged in conversations unlike others I had. Something was intriguing about them that I didn't understand. They were different from others I had met in the past. Was the difference good or bad? I still wasn't sure. I just kept wanting to learn more and more, and sit back at times just to look and observe, to look over our thoughts and reread our words. All I know is the more we talked, the harder it was for me to stop. And it's kind of nice to have a feeling like that again, because it's been so long since I felt I had something of a friend. Then things had happened that I didn't plan. Am I surprised? Not really, it's just the way it is. And that's the end of a friend I'm not sure I had. But now time has passed, and I got to look back and realize a few things I was wrong about with them. I talk about them like they were something new, and brought something I hadn't experienced before, when in reality it wasn't true, and they were just someone who appeared one night when I was bored. Not saying they weren't someone special for the time being, but they only stayed around for the time I needed. Not every deep moment with someone means there's something there. Some of those special moments just come to serve their purpose, and that's all that was just meant to be. Let things come and go. Let those moments touch your soul. And just let some things happen to the will that's not in your control. Like I learned, those moments with them were for me. Now we're walking through darkness, long enough for our eyes to adjust, so you can see who's walking blind, and tell who's been here for a while. You're my black rose beauty, with your dark vintage soul, where heaven meets earth in the most perfect form. The scent of magnolia in the air when flowing through your long dark hair, feeling feelings I always feared, driving together to nowhere. Never needed anything but you here, cruising along the back roads. Lana Del Rey's on the radio, the feeling consumes my old soul. These late night fall drives, music echoes, just me and you while hearing West Coast. I needed this moment to feel free, to feel as high as I can be, to escape this world in my body, together making the memories that we only see in our dreams. The feeling when we lock our eyes, a perfect connection of love so divine, slow dancing to Lana under the dark velvet sky, her timeless voice to match this timeless night. I love you more than I love my life. Your black rose beauty, eyes like a lavender sea, helps me believe our love's for an eternity. This isn't just a dream, but our soul's reality. You're my black rose beauty, with your dark vintage soul, where heaven meets earth in the most perfect form. I'm longing for mornings with you, outside, watching the sunrise, with the dew in the grass and the morning mist in the air, waiting to hear you speak to me through the whispers of the wind and the chirps from the birds in the trees. How I long for those early mornings, to feel the warmth of the sun and the subtle chill in the air, sitting in a lawn chair with my blanket covering my feet, waiting to feel that touch in the form of love through the words you wrote to transcend through me. Those are the mornings I long for with you. I've had these things inside my mind, and now to see them come to life, after working for so long and so hard, from thought to words and now to art.